Hello, sweet soul. If you are finding these times, these days so intense, you are not alone. We are being so pressured to ride the currents, to care about all that we care about, to be in the suspense, to give ourselves to the mystery so that we can be wide open, caring about all that we care about, while also feeling anchored in our own center, on our own personal path, in our soulful purpose, which each of us have. And we've been in this big season of letting go. And it is taking so much strength. I know for me personally, there are things that can't come with me for me to truly elevate to the next level expression. Little habits that I have loved, that have been stabilizing, grounding in my relationship with them, in my consistent relationship with them. And they aren't wrong or bad. It's just my intuition has been telling me this isn't coming with, this isn't part of the next era. And so it's been this time period of watching myself kind of tug of war with those things, even gentler than a tug of war, but just some push and pull, like, no, oh yes, no, yes. Clinging, a bit of rejecting, pendulating between those two poles, rejecting and clinging, because neither of those are letting go. Letting go does not involve any amount of rejection. Real letting go requires so much acceptance. That chair is feeling in my way. Right? I had to accept that the chair was there to move it out of the way. Just a small parallel there, and it was easy to move, and now my arm has all that room. But that's exactly what we're referring to in terms of daily habits. Our choices create our reality, and it's a big responsibility. I saw an image that said that this morning, and I felt the weight and the intensity of it. And at the same time, it's the portal of possibility. It's the effervescent loophole to our experiential reality, that we do have control over what we're thinking about. It may take leaning in and conscious effort, but it becomes an easy flow as we stroke the direction of our thoughts. Investing any amount in that is going to create probably rapid, radical results, is what I heard first, but also sustainable evolution in the direction of your deepest desires. Let that golden energy permeate your whole energy field. It's so exciting. It's so high sensation. The joy of getting what you really want is intense too. Which is why we have to go through the intensity of letting go and becoming spacious in full acceptance with things that have served, things that haven't served, things that are serving, things that are no longer serving. Any variety of that conversation, of curating your own behavior, your own habits. And it's not about, ooh, that thought came up and I reached for that thing and that habit's there and I'm wrong and bad. It's like, ride the wave. Even if for a while you just watch, you observe as that flows. Oh, the thought comes. I do reach for the thing, or I lean right into that behavior and then I play it out. But becoming the kind witness is so important in acceptance. It's also really important in being the channel for flowing energy, being a reiki master, being a master of anything, really. It's a variation on energy mastery, speaking the language of energy. It has infinite iterations because it is everything. Big wave of energy just rolled through to sweep through, especially the lower abdomen, the lower back, any and all connections, attachments that were, are, will be ready to disentangle, detach, swept away with so much ease as the energy rolls through. And it can be so soft and effective, and it can be strong and effective. However you're experiencing moment by moment is the perfect story for you to be witnessing. There's so much energetic information available to connect you and anchor you in the witnessing of energetic intelligence. Everything is fodder. Everything is evidence. Everything has wisdom flowing through it about the relatedness and the connection of all things through the language of energy. And this is, the words got stuck there. My throat kind of gurgled. This is something that's been backed up in our system collectively, where for many lifetimes, generations, we didn't have permission to speak of such things or to live in ways that really respected our authentic, energetic intelligence. You're so beautiful, by the way. It's really coming through, and it's such a pleasure for me to connect with you this way. There isn't as much distance as there seems, and sometimes often I love being at a distance, the pressure to play through the quantum reality actually brings me into this proximity of our relatedness, of our energetic togetherness. That's so accessible, so available, but we've been so estranged from. And yeah, that's hurt. I felt like this kind of dagger in the neck, like let me pulling clumps, collections of intense charge, of shock, pain, surprise, yeah, held stories of a lack of permission, of a limitation, of separation. Siphoning that forwards now. I'm sending it out this big picture window here into the green of the forest, into the cedars, which have incredible root systems. They're literally all around me, huge circle of cedars that are so good at recycling energy. They can take it all. So, and I, on the Mayan calendar, I'm a galactic storm. So my design is to call forward density, to notice, to be attracted to density, to stir it up. Because if we don't, then it's storm clouds. And it is gray skies, and there is a romance to that. I love it. I am a storm. I love the storms. I love the intensity. I love the visible accumulation and the visible letting go. And the wilderness of energetic communication. But for our intents and purposes here, it's like, okay, drawn to the storm cloud, and basically when I'm like wringing out this storm cloud, slurping it up, whatever was stuck in there, accumulated in there, and I'm spitting it out. To the cedars, back to nature, to the earth, whom I trust completely to recycle all of it, all of it, all of it. And there's never too much, and we're not asking something cruel or unkind or greedy. We are working in a symbiotic, synergistic relationship. And we're doing magic. Magic is the conscious, active participation in synchronicity through letting go, through saying yes, yes, yes. Ring the storm cloud stuck in my being. Let that charge finally move through me and be recycled by nature, and let that clear the pathways for me to be tapped all the way into source, up in the highest dimension, to remember my reflection, my intimate reflection, my intimate connection, my intimate relatedness to that heavenly place of the origin of all creation, to the infinitely resourced well of life force energy that I am so much a part of. I'm inviting you to practice. When you get riled up or when something triggers you, try sending the energy up and down and up and down, and like stomp it into the earth. Like really encourage yourself and give yourself impulsive permission to send the energy into the earth to be recycled. We're so groomed to send it at people or at things that trigger us. Oh, finally an outlet for this storm cloud to ring out. There is always an outlet to plug into the earth. And the more we give ourselves permission, the more it can feel like play, and the more it becomes just part of our day-to-day. I talk about this a lot more in part 1 of the orientation to DCFO Unschool, which is available for free in the description below. And again, as we plug into our infinite, always there, always accepting of us ally of the earth, we open up to the remembering of ourselves as very naturally spiritual. That is the baseline of our beingness, is the openness as this multi-dimensional but yet very physical vessel for moving energy between source and the earth. We are this tube. And so you've got too many thoughts going on in your head. I know the astrology of specifically today, which is September 28th, doesn't matter when you're watching this. It's the energy transmission and the energy movement is timeless. But on the calendar in front of me, September 28th, and the astrology is quite tense, bringing us to tension points in our mind, in our hearts, pressuring us to have the hard conversations, pressuring us to face where we're not that responsible with the expulsion of excess charge, or celebrate ourselves where we are. Bit of both, maybe. But if you're noticing, there's looping, that means that there's so much energy caught in the mental space. And it's meant to be that circulation that's happening, that's looping. The circuit just needs to open back up with the body to move all through the body, the energy. That's why it feels so good to walk or exercise or to do the thing like stomp or punch or smash stuff or throw rocks, like where we're actually moving the intensity through the body. And then next level, remembering of our authentic design that is so energetically intelligent, is to connect that circuitry to the earth and all the way up to source. And this is where the miracles and so much grace and so much ease comes in when we're letting our circuitry be that open. That's where thriving comes from. And I am totally and utterly wishing that for all of us, for me and mine, and you're included in that. And I also just wish it for everyone, because that is required for world peace. Or what's required for world peace is that a majority of human expression remembers that openness in our circuitry, and that we are anchored through these bodies in that loving connection of conscious exchange with the earth. And all right, okay, I'm back to it. When you notice looping, go into any of that, visualizing the energy circulating through your body back into the earth. But I was also going to invite it to like volcano burst through the top of your head and all the way up to God, center of the universe, heaven, whatever word floats your boat. We are literally looking for that floating sensation of lightheartedness that comes from the heart being allowed to do its job, and it is a circulation expert. you just don't have to hold it all. You don't have to hold so much. You really don't have to hold anything. Hold the line, hold the vision, hold this level of expertise and excellence in your own authenticity, allowing this circulation and accepting everything that happens in life as a prompt to be in healthy, active energy circulation, as we've been speaking to. And whether those prompts are the best things ever, like dreams come true, that's very high sensational. Or if it's like, shit, I didn't really want to do this at all, or I didn't order this, or I thought I'd never have to live through this again, or this is the worst, or huge bummer. It's just all, everything, all of it is invitation into a remembering of your authentic, excellent capacity to speak the language of energy, to keep the circulation going in a thriving way. I believe in you, and I believe in us. I'm also going to invite you to kindergarten. It's an all ages super self sanctuary. Your super self is the you who's already fully embodying this, who just has no resistance left to discharging, aka letting go of the energy, recycling the energy in an ongoing, all day, every day kind of way, who feels like that is the most scrumptious play that in all of existence, and that everything is opportunity for it. Your super self is just living in the luxury, the luxurious experience of full-blown healthy active circulation, anchored flexibility of being alive in this infinitely resourced reality, and actually having access to that through relationship with energy through this body. Tapped into the openness that we're talking about, where we are these essentially spiritual, very moral, totally just, harmonious beings, but who have only forgotten or gotten away from that because energy started getting stored in our systems and it created dissonance and disturbances. And so the super self is thriving in relationship with discharging and circulating energy, which to the super self who's been doing it and loving it and is in community with others doing it and loving it, it's so easy. And it's the best case scenario. And dreams are coming true. And relationship and creative expression is just at a wow, an all-time wow. Satiation, fulfillment. So kindergarten is a super self sanctuary where we are reconnecting with that, the unwounded inner child inside of all of us. We need to get the inner child on board to quantum leap into best case scenario realities and be able to sustain our experiencing and existence there. And so kindergarten is a collection of interactive opportunities. There's some daily, some weekly, and some monthly. And this is a monthly membership. And I want to say thank you to everyone who's already on my email list, and that 50% of you open the emails on average. Like, I'm super honored. I'm thrilled about that. That's way above internet average. And I'm delighted to create more and more authentically, and to really be extricating myself from the force that I used to exist in to attempt to be in service. It feels just so full of flow and yumminess. And so there's a half price special for my email list, and you can find the link to get on my email list in the description box below. Half price forever for the founding members of kindergarten, the monthly membership. This is an evolution. I've had different memberships, and I've had a tapping club, an EFT tapping club for the summer, which has been so beautiful. We meet up 3 times a week, and it's changing me. I love how offering and holding space, facilitating also is always working on me. And I love the elevating trust I have in myself to hold community, to hold all of you who feel drawn to showing up for yourself this way. So the half price on the monthly membership, if you get in this week, that will be your rate forever, as long as you're continuing your membership, which is a pretty great deal. Half price forever. And otherwise, I still think it's a really great deal, because there's so many ongoing opportunities to engage yourself in a remembering of your already existing super self and integrating, merging your awareness and experiential reality with that super self. So kindergarten is a great complement to any of the other programs that I have had going on and that I'll be reopening throughout the coming months. And it's kind of this tiered system, like kindergarten, then we have elementary, then high school, and then mastery and apprenticeship. But life isn't linear, so you don't have to start in kindergarten and go there for a while or for years before moving on. You can start anywhere. Kindergarten is actually a great complement to all of the other things, and I feel, for me, it's this invitation to myself and to us for eternal kindergarten experiencing, because kindergarten to me feels like a playground of accessing and expressing wholeheartedness, heart-centered consciousness and communication, and curiosity with life and with everyday experiencing. So check that out. The link for the more information about kindergarten is also below. The free orientation, part 1, is below in the description, and is the sign up for the email. So hop in anywhere, or I'll just meet you back here if this is your thing, meeting up with me on YouTube. I'm so grateful. Really, really, really fucking grateful. Sealing this session. Ooh, I saw a flaming violet infinity sign, pressing that into the center of the psyche. Triple flaming violet infinity sign with the heart of hearts, center of the heart space. And triple violet flaming infinity sign for the soul center, sacral center, just beneath the belly button. Beautiful. Thank you.